Minister, in the context of building defects, can I ask when you propose to formally include County Sligo in the defective concrete blocks grant scheme? Back in June 2021, I put forward an amendment to a motion to include County Sligo in the scheme, and it was carried overwhelmingly in this House. Now, over the last 2 years, I've had many letters from your department, and to be fair, you've always responded promptly. But the most recent letter I received was just over 2 weeks ago, at the end of January, where you said that you'd completed your investigations and consultations, and that a report was being drawn up to hopefully include Sligo in the scheme. So, Minister, where are we with that? Can you give me any update, and can you give any certainty to those people who've been waiting a very, very long time and find themselves in a really difficult position? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Just in relation to the DCB scheme, first, if I may, I specifically structured the legislation when I came in front of the House to ensure that we can add additional counties. There's an onus on, so homeowners firstly need to know that where they have a situation where they're defective concrete block and it meets the criteria that's set out in the primary legislation, that the state is there to help them because of a market failure. To answer Deputy Harkin, I'm awaiting the very final submission. I expect to add Sligo. I said that publicly a couple of weeks ago. Basically, whether the local authority will collate the data that they receive, carry out surveys with the assistance of the housing agency, and then effectively report back to the department where a submission comes for me to formally add a county to a scheme. And I do expect Sligo to be added because we do have the data from Sligo. I haven't myself received the formal submission yet, but it is imminent, and I will let the Deputy know. In relation to Louth, Deputy Murgo, I spoke to you last night about that in the margins here. I have received no detail from Louth yet. The local authority have a role there. I know other counties like my own and Fingal have a very small number of homes, about 12 or 14 homes, that will be included again. We await that submission to come up. So homeowners need to know that this government will assist them. They've got to meet the criteria that's set down. And the mechanism to do that is via their local authorities to get the submission up to the department, and we will include them in the scheme. Sligo will be very soon. To Deputy Cian O'Callaghan's point, two things. Cian and Owen's point on this. As you know, conveyancing and management of multi-unit developments is under Department of Justice, but there is work being done right now on conveyancing, an interdepartmental group led by Department of Justice around conveyancing. The principle of caveat emptor does apply to people. I think everyone, if you're buying an apartment that's built within that period of time, even with the OMC accounts that are there to actually see are there levies being levied on homeowners, that would all come through in the conveyancing. But it will still be, I'll take the point that's on board here with regard to there being a legal onus. I know that surveyors aren't going to open up walls, but even from financial data and from talking to residents within an estate or prospective neighbours, most people will be aware of whether there are issues within their apartments. So it should be a small number of cases, but we will allow those people, just to conclude on this one really quickly because it's important, the Pirate and the Infill scheme did set aside the should have known clause if someone can actually prove they genuinely did not and made every effort to, and I expect that to be the same with the apartment defect scheme.